Hey, Brian here from quantlabs.net. I just wanted to show you how fast it takes to do some conversions of indicator code, technical indicator, to from Matlab into something like a DLL. Um, Now, I just did this search on Google, Matlab exponential moving average code. Came across this file central set of code by this person with all these different indicators. Now I'm just showing you how fast it takes to generate this code. You just download it, load up your your uh, your Matlab. My case, if I go into my Matlab editor, um, like here, and so this is the M file with all the different functions. Or I guess it's just one general function with a massive set of case statements. So what I do to convert into something like a C sharp, C++ shared library, I just load up the Builder NE toolbox, which is this one right here. You get this GUI. You set it all up, and generally you just you'll get a package that looks like this with a DLL and some header files and lib files and stuff. So with that in mind, what you can do is you can do a general build. This window will pop up, and it'll go through the build process, and essentially it will create all these files if the C or the M script complies with all the Matlab M script supported functions. Well, fortunately they do. And also, because I'm using the Builder NE toolbox, it's not as strict because apparently it's 100% supportive of all functions within Matlab, regardless of what toolboxes is what I understand as. Maybe I could be wrong on that. But nonetheless, when you build it, this is what's built. All this stuff. Okay. So if I go into those folders under my project here, I'll have two subfolders. One of a distribution. There's the new DLL that gets generated, the header file, a library for other C++ source files, and then we also get the source itself. Now, this is to build a DLL. So what I can do now is I can take this DLL and interface with it within multicharts. Now, the problem I'm having with multicharts, which is what led me to this search with MATLAB code, is because of this. So if I do a search on multicharts, now remember there's .NET, and if I just go EMA code, there's very little. I mean, outside of my own site, there's just no code samples at all compared to the MATLAB. Because of that, even if I went into multicharts, not just the .NET edition, what you'll find is, I think this one was it. No. What I did find is that the code that you will get is done in easy language. And from my perspective, that can be kind of frustrating because it's all easy language stuff, or you got to convert it. So I'm figuring it might be faster for me just to do everything from the world of MATLAB, because I get like massive, like I get really quick responses on the community support of the MATLAB, and being able to code generate via whichever means, if it's through the the different toolboxes that are available for me from MATLAB, namely this one, which could be the MATLAB coder. I have the MATLAB Builder NE, which will build the .NET assembly for me, so I can build it and access it through a .NET assembly. I have the MATLAB coder right here, and that will enable me to build C++ code where there I can then create either a DLL, or I can create native C++ code, and then from within my Visual Studio be able to create a C++ DLL, and then be able to have my C sharp call that C++ DLL. So there is that. So those are my various options that I have at my disposal, and again, I have the Simulink as well, which I've gone on about as well, and at the same time I have the Simulink coder that enables me to build out my my from my Simulink visual model, and builds me the C++ code. So those are all the options that are at my disposal. I'm finding that I'm probably going to be able to build out faster code from Matlab than instead of using the actual multicharts.net code, because it just, I guess the product's so new that there are very little coding examples. But because I'm going through the Matlab way, with all these different ways to extend the Matlab code, it may be the faster way for me to build the models and strategies from Matlab, and then have Multicharts talk to those DLLs or source code, or however I'm going to connect it to. I thought I'd mention that, and again, anything that I build with the Matlab, I will put into for my Quant Labs premium members. Will get that. So right now I'm working on the two of moving average and pairs trading. So those are the first two ones, and if it's going to be a regular Matlab M script or done through the Simulink, I'm not sure. But I'm planning to put those together, and some other ones as well, because I've played with Matlab enough to be able to. I'm hoping to bang out those fairly quickly, or if not, I'll just download them from some places that I know of that already have both moving average as well as pairs trading. Hopefully, I'll help you out and give you an idea of my workflow on the fast ways of building models and using existing code that's already been validated through the Matlab community or from a Matlab engineer.